commerce really drove the discovery of this water source. The man's in the ice business in 1887 in Memphis, and he wanted a better, cleaner source of water, so he brought in a drilling company from Chicago. And they got to, I think it was 354 feet beneath us downtown, and water came up out of the ground like an oil geyser. The drinking water, think about this, at that time, prior to 1887, was coming out of the Wolf River. You want to drink that?
Memphis may be the most water-rich city in the whole world because we have this huge river that flows past Memphis, and none of our drinking water comes from that river. All of our drinking water comes from artesian wells and underground aquifer, which is 400 to 1,200 feet below the surface.
If you took what's beneath us in Shelby County and you moved it up and you put it on the surface, it would go almost to the top of the Clark Tower, across the entire county.
The water that we drink fell as rain in Fayette County 2,000 to 3,000 years ago.
The soil is perfect from that silt to filter out all of those impurities. So imagine a 500-foot tall Brita filter.
We know how much we're taking out, 150 million gallons a day for Memphis.
That's what our city and county uses on a daily basis in terms of primarily drinking water.
Pump it up and they aerate it. There are 2 or 3 stations around town.
Which is basically just getting oxygen into the water. Secondly, it's filtration, which just takes the iron out of the water. And thirdly, we add some chemicals to it to keep it pure.
Agents that are put in there to keep it from being contaminated by the system we distribute it with. It's that pure when it comes up out of the ground.
I grew up in New Orleans, and if you go, there couldn't be more different water between the city of New Orleans and the city of Memphis.
Los Angeles, their water comes from 800 miles away. Nashville, their water comes out of the Cumberland River.
Most of your municipal water sources come from reservoirs that have animals crawling in them and everything else.
I can prove to you that you can make superior food here just based on the water.
Actually, in Memphis, bottled water, filters on your faucet, all of those things are a waste of time because our water is so pure. Many cities have water prices for the same amount of water that is 2 or 3 times higher than what our citizens pay.
That doesn't take you long to figure out that it's worth something. Just the quality of water when you put it on the table, we just assume it's part of life, and we need to understand that it really is a gift. It's a gift that we have beneath us that we need to make sure we're looking at and we're good stewards of what we have.